gentlemen. I'm going to breathe in and out and take in the beauty that's coming from this side to my side. Guys, you look fantastic. I would like to start my speech by saying, firstly, thank you to the Node of Western Cape for voting for me. I'm very humbled, and it was very unexpected. I was given a chance to sit down and relook at the year for me as an activator. I have to start by also saying thank you to everyone who made this program very possible. The people on the background that we don't see all the time, funders, the people who worked on logistics. I mean, if you're all sitting here from different provinces, from different houses, and they can sit us in one room and have a very good program like this, I'd like to applaud them. Thank you. I've been into many programs. I'm kind of a program freak. And I must say this is one of the most important programs that I've ever signed up for. A year ago, I heard about the program. I thought, let me try this thing out. I'm still calling it a thing. I had the sense that most of us who are sitting here, at first we were just trying it out. It didn't seem like it's real. How can people really believe in us so much that they put so much effort to making this possible? We went for the interview rooms, and we went and got interviewed. And one of the things that I still remember from the interview that struck me was the two posters that were painted on the wall. The one poster had a community that looked very perfect, the ideal community. And the other community looked very like home, our communities. And the question that was posed was that what can you do to change those communities to look the same? And I thought that's such a big question for an interview. I didn't know that it is possible. And that was just a taste of the change that was to come within this year for me. In January, I got a call back to say that I was accepted, and I'm still calling it a thing. I was not sure. I went home thinking, this could be real. I came across young, phenomenon people in Take One, Western Cape. Thank you, guys. In this intake, the first thing that we did, and what I still remember about it, that stood out for me, was the posters that we had to do, the present, the past, and the future collages. We cried together, we laughed, and most of all, we became one. Thank you for that, for trusting me, trusting each other, and trusting the program. One of the most things that I remember is the future collage. It's very nice if somebody asks you, what is your dream? Some of us might die without being asked, what do you dream or your vision for your life? And thank you for that question. So from then, when the module ended and I went home again, I knew this was real. And knowing that it was real, I was not alone anymore. I was not lonely. Being an activist can be very lonely. Because, firstly, you do things that people don't think about. People make it a norm. But when you start saying, I see things differently and things could be differently, people tend to shy away from you. And most of us sitting here, we know about that loneliness. But in Activate, I found friends. I found connections. I found networks. And most of all, I found a family. Module 2. But before I go to Module 2, you know that you can't go home without a home task. Do we all remember the home task? Yes. I think the home task for Module 1 asked us to go and look at our communities in a different eye. An eye of an activator. Let me tell you about an activator's eye. These eyes are different and they ask very difficult questions. We ask questions to our counselors. Some of us went away to being bribed not to give good answers. But yet we stood strong because we wanted to do this for our communities. I got a chance to walk in with a camera within my community. Felt a bit like a tourist. But then I was not taking pictures of young black kids playing on the street. I took pictures of blocked drains. I took pictures of shacks that just went through a big fire and they're still standing as we speak. And that's a different eye. I stayed there and I didn't see it before, but Activate showed me that I can look in my community with an activator's eye and do something about it. I still thank you. I remember we went to the innovation space and we were told to link it. I'll tell you later about that. In the innovative space, I think I came across a very fascinating thing that I'll always take away with me as I move forward. Do you remember the icon cards? What does a piano have to do with alcohol abuse in Khayelitsha? You'll be surprised on how much solution on alcohol abuse in Khayelitsha lies in just a card with a piano on it. Those will be the object cards. What would Rampela Mampela say about the challenge in Khayelitsha? The icon card. We had to start thinking of our projects. We worked hard on those projects, and today we've seen how much we've put into our project, thanks to the people who presented. We were empowered. There was more, but many highlights on Module 2. And the family grew thanks to the activators who joined us from the Eastern Cape, KZN, and the facilitators who joined us on that Module 2. Thank you. The family grew. Module 3. My world got turned upside down, but it was all good. I joined a new family in Take 3. Thank you, guys. They opened up to me like they knew me. I want to say thank you, guys, and also you made me realize that at the end of the day, it's all about humanity. I've said this today. It's not about what you wear, how much you earn, what organization you come from. If you meet me at a human level, we can do wonders. Thank you. And I want to leave by just reading a quote and a poem for everybody who's sitting here as a leader, as an activator, and everybody else. It's wishes for my leaders. I hope this can go to even Mangaung. The Spirit might send it to them as they sit there and do policies and while we do the hard work. I sincerely wish you will have an experience of thinking up a new idea, planning it, organizing it, and following it to completion, and having it to magnificently successful. I hope you make a very stupid, unethical mistake and get caught red-handed and be big enough to say the magic word, I was wrong. I hope you give so much of yourself that someday you wonder if it's all worth it. I wish you a magnificent obsession that will give you a reason of living a purpose and direction in life. I wish for you the worst kind of critics for everything that you do, because that makes you fight to achieve beyond what you normally would. I wish you the experience of leadership. I wish you the experience of an activator. I thank you.